All right, so crazy drop just now in the market. Pretty aggressive drop. We saw displacement on multiple time frames, 5, 15 minute, 1 minute, those time frames. Still no displacement on the hourly. I mean, we still have 30 minutes of this hourly candle left, right? But I would want to see displacement of these lows like I was talking about before. 15 minute, we came down to the 15-minute order block, bullish order block down here. We saw a pretty strong bounce off that level as of right now. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what reaction we get, especially once we come back up into this 5-minute bearish fair value gap here. Right, I really want to see if we start getting more of a reaction back down. Okay, we created some equal lows down here. We can see that we created these equal lows. And I was just talking about previously in my previous session that I would want to see these lows right here get taken out before I start thinking about shorts. And we can see that these lows did get taken out. So we see that market structure shift in play now. Right, the market is kind of it's a little bit more volatile after that move, so I'm kind of just waiting. I'm going to be very patient and wait for to see what type of reaction we get off this 5-minute up here. If we're really going to try to continue that trend back down after getting that break of structure, or if we're going to range right back up. So just waiting to see that reaction. Obviously, we saw that bounce from the support level, but we also created equal lows, so we do have a sell side target on liquidity. So I want to play this one very smart. Really wait for a good setup. So looking at the 1 minute here, we see another 1 minute bearish breaker formed up top, high, low, higher, high, displacement of the lows. Right, we find that lowest down close candle on that first high to low. Right, that would be that bearish breaker all the way up here. Would be that 1 minute unicorn model. I'm gonna use this here. No, we have not topped into any trade just yet. All right, so this is that 5-minute EQ here. And I'm gonna get rid of, turn that red. I'm gonna get rid of this box here. All right, so this is that EQ 5-minute. We did get some SMT, right? SMT here down on ES and NQ. ES swept these lows. NQ did not. Well, let's look closer, right? Let's look a little bit closer. We did see NQ, MNQ push just below these lows. We did barely touch below, just barely, but still we're seeing that reaction. We're seeing that reaction back up. So at this point I would be waiting to see what kind of retracement we get. Are we going to try to push right through, go back to the highs, or is this going to be, a real change of character in the market, where we want to go back down? This would be just more of a sweep. Well, this here of our lunchtime lows, this is a break. This is a break of structure here because we have a strong displacement. I wouldn't consider this necessarily just a sweep. That's a very strong displacement candle. So I just really want to see, is price going to retrace up back to VWAP, back to that equilibrium of that 5-minute bearish fair value gap, right? And if we start getting a bounce from that, we might see price continue back down for these equal lows down here. So I'm just going to be patient. I don't want to rush into anything. Don't want to get caught in any fake outs. It does kind of look like these shorts want to come back in. We will see. We barely touched into that 5-minute fair value gap. And I'm being very cautious because of this bounce from our support level down here. ES is looking like it's leading the way. ES is already coming back down to these lows again. Yeah, so I'm really just gonna wait for that confirmation on either side. I'm gonna wait for that confirmation on the highs or the lows. No point to rush into anything right now. All right, because we did get that break of structure to the downside, that's when I started to think about shorts. But we're also bouncing off of these, these support levels in our order blocks. So we're kind of caught in that in between right now. Caught in that in between. It's a nice bounce off that 1 minute fair value gap here. It does look like we created those equal lows, like we generated those lows that we want to go. Looks like we want to go target them again. Looks like we want to go target them. We traded back up into this. We traded into this 5 minute bearish for value gap. We're starting to see that drop. Looks like this could be a bearish order block forming on the 5 minute as well. But don't want to rush into anything and have us really just bounce off this 15 minute bullish order block, right? Just to get faked out. So that's why you see me being patient here. Not really in a rush. All right, but if you do have a lot of conviction in the shorts, that 1 minute fair value gap would be an entry. We just haven't seen that full change of character in the market. We didn't break these lows. That's that change of character I'd want to see, right? Breaking these lows, displacing these lows. We've had a break of structure, but we haven't seen a change of character here. All right, I want to see us really displace this range, our morning range, to the downside to really be convicted in the shorts. Right now you can see we're just kind of chopping on the 1 minute, ranging up and down. Just ranging up and down here. Man, I don't know what it is today, guys. I'm feeling a little extra tired today. I don't know what it is. I don't know about you guys. Didn't really change anything in my routine. Too much winning, yeah. So there's a reason I do gluten free, because on those buns of that breakfast sandwich I make, because when I eat I used to eat a bunch of gluten in the morning while drinking coffee, and that would give me that afternoon crash like every single day. And then I went away from eating that processed gluten, and that's helped me so much. It's helped me so much with my energy levels and just feeling better. Yeah, that's why I try to stay away from gluten as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, if it's 11:40, yeah, I'd be tired too. Okay, we're getting that bounce again off that 1 minute bearish fair value gap there. But still not enough for me to be convicted, have conviction on either side. Yeah, CPI's got me tired. Waiting for this 15 minute could be good. We've got 4 minutes left on the 15 minute candle. Waiting for us to break out of this little 1 minute range we have. Maybe coming up, seeing if we test this fair value gap up here, and if we start to get a good reaction back down, could be a good short opportunity. We will see. We're moving very slow right now. We're just kind of ranging right here on the 1 minute. Making higher lows, higher highs, so we're still ranging up, but it's not anything too crazy. Nothing too crazy here. Just want to see us break out of this. Yeah, I think I'll wait for this 15-minute to close and then see how we open. All right, if we do want to form this 15-minute bearish order block and then we have that fair value gap above, we might touch up into that and then come target these equal lows down here. I would not be surprised if we end up doing that. Just really got to wait for that to happen. Wait for those levels to play out. So we've only got about 2 minutes left, 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on that 15-minute candle. So that's really what I want to wait for here. I think price is just kind of moving slow. Coming out of lunch hour. After that big drop, it's starting to kind of move slow. So we closed above this 1 minute up here. Just barely. Closed above that 1 minute. You can see we're just ranging from top to bottom here. Like just ranging. Accumulating, kind of waiting for that move. Right? If we want to see those shorts come in, what I'd want to see is this 15-minute close. See a power of 3 where the 1 minute comes up into that imbalance above, fakes out, and then comes back down, maybe bounces off VWAP. Right, come target these shorts down here. That's kind of the move I'm looking for right now. You know, unless the longs really want to step in and push through those levels, that's what I'd be looking at. All right, so I'd be kind of looking for an entry somewhere up here, targeting those lows down there. That's kind of my plan right as of right now. Just waiting to see if that plan is gonna play out. They're gonna give us an opportunity here to catch that. 15-minute closes here pretty soon. It almost looks like a little bit of a bear flag here on the 1 minute. Alright, so we're about to close. I'm waiting to see. Right when this 15-minute closes, I want to see it come up into this level, into this imbalance above, and then drop. That's what I'd want to see. That's what I'm waiting for. Come back down, target these equal lows. Alright, so we just closed on the 15. Let's see if we're going to go up. Alright, so we got that 15-minute SIBI here. This is the bottom of it. Let's see if we even reach it. Thanks, Honest Money. I appreciate that. Appreciate those words a lot. That's my goal here is to really just help you guys learn. I want you guys to be able to learn to, you know, if you want to become independent traders, I hope that you can do that. If you don't want to become independent and you want to keep following what I'm doing, awesome. Either way, right? But I want you, for those of you that are here to learn, I want you to learn. So on a 50K count, I typically, you know, I will say for people that haven't really traded too much, that might be beginners, keeping it, you know, under 5 micros, maybe around 4 micros, 4 to 5. Just depends on how good your risk management is. I'll trade up to 6 micros on a 50K, just because I keep my risk pretty good. But also, I'll also scale into that position. Like if I'm in a winning trade, sometimes I'll scale in even more micros, right? If I can move my stop to break even. The only time I'll scale in more than 6 is if I can move my stop to break even and make it a risk-free trade. Okay, we're still chopping right now. Yeah, I think 4 can be is a good number. I think it's a solid number. You know, $2 a tick. $2 a tick is pretty good. You know, if you have a $2,000 drawdown, you know, that gives you a good amount of breathing room. Still ranging. Just waiting for us to get out of this range. Like I said, if you're just joining up, I want to see if price is going to come back down and target these equal lows that we created earlier. Creating a 15-minute fair value gap above with an order block right below. Remember, that's that entry I really like to take. But I'm just waiting because if you look at the 1 minute, we're just chopping, we're ranging up and down. We're not doing anything yet. So I won't be taking any trades while we're in this type of range. Remember, I'll never take trades inside of a chop, right? Inside of an accumulation. I'm always waiting for that manipulation move or that expansion move, right? Expansion, then retracement, or manipulation, and then getting into the expansion move after that. But it's never a good idea, at least this is what I believe, to get into a position while we're ranging sideways. That's just my viewpoint on it. I don't like to do that. We're starting to break the lows here. Starting to break the lows. This is interesting here. All right, because we have been bouncing off this 15-minute bullish order block, but I do think that we're trying to come down and target these lows. So let's see if this ends up being a fake out and a power of 3 up, or if we're actually going to get that continuation down. All right, we still haven't gotten any displacement of the lows just yet, so I'm still not really looking to get in. All right, I wanted my entry to be up here. I wanted to see that 15-minute come up first, grab buy side liquidity, and then come down. And if that, you know, if we come down and take these lows now, well, that's fine. I'll miss out on the trade. Oh well. Oh well. Like let's think about it. Let's say we did get an entry here. What's our risk to reward, guys? Our risk to reward is not good. Unless you're gonna keep like literally, you know, maybe a 20 to 30 tick stop, you could do that. But that's just not really. I'm not really looking to catch this move down here. Not looking to catch the move down here. Yeah, so this is important to see too. Is our 1 hour going to come down and close below these lows? We have about 10 minutes left on the hourly candle. Are we going to come down and displace these lows and see a continuation move to the downside? Or is it going to be just a little slight liquidity sweep and then we're going to head back up? All right, if we do come down and take out these lows, that would be an hourly bearish breaker block with this high, low, higher, high, displacement of the lows. All right, so I would expect a continuation to the downside. But right now I'm just waiting to see if this ends up being a bullish power of 3 move. All right, we're just kind of caught in between. We're caught in between. We're in our support level. We're also very close to breaking through that support level. So I'm really just waiting. And if my setup doesn't come to play, then you won't see me take a trade. Our 5-minute displaced this previous candle here. All right, could be a 5-minute order block here. Could be a point of resistance, but Just really waiting to see what this 1 minute does. Okay, because if we're thinking power of 3, this would be that manipulation move here to the downside, right, where we distribute back up and target these highs. So I'm really just waiting. No, I've taken plenty of long entries below VWAP in the past. Plenty of long entries, but when we're right around VWAP, sometimes I will wait for us to push through it in order to take that trade. Right? If we're like a few ticks away from it, a few points away from it, sometimes I will wait for us to push through. But no, it doesn't. I've taken plenty of trades that are under VWAP and above VWAP in the longs. Just depends on that setup and what my overall bias is, what the market structure is looking like. All right, we're starting to pump a little bit. Starting to pump. Let's see if we do come up and clear these highs with some displacement. All right, there's still no trades that I would want to take as of right now. Still not really any trades I want to take. Okay, back into that 15 minute, or we just touched into that 15 minute. Let's see if we're going to push through aggressively or get another liquidity sweep and head right back down. See if we can actually break out of this range. So far, no displacement even on the 1 minute. So we still haven't really broken out at all. I'd rather stay away from this type of price action right now, guys. I'd rather sit on the sideline and watch this stuff play out until we can see clear direction, clear displacement, high probability setup. Until that happens, you'll see me sitting on my hands, not taking any trades. Looks like we're trying to displace here. We still haven't gotten that displacement move. You can see it's still struggling once we get up to that 15 minute. Let's see how this 5 minute candle closes. 5 minutes about to close in 30 seconds. Let's see if this 5 minute displaces these highs or if it comes right back down and closes below. Looks like we're going to close below. Now we're pretty close here. And we barely, we closed right on that line. We didn't displace it technically. If we zoom in pretty close, we pretty much closed exactly equal with that high. So still nothing I'm looking for just yet. I'm just not loving this price action so far during this session. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if you guys are taking any trades, if you guys are liking it, but personally, I'm not liking it right now. Personally, I'd rather wait. I'd rather be patient. Okay, we keep getting the rejection off that 15 minute, off the 5 minute, off the 1 minute. Yeah, I haven't taken any trades since our AM session. No trades since our AM session. There was definitely some short opportunities here. There's definitely some short opportunities in the market. I didn't take anything, or else you would have heard me. I would have called it out for you. Let's see, we're getting some SMT again. Look at ES sitting below these highs, and Q sweeping those highs. So yeah, I mean, right now I don't really feel the need to rush into a trade, right? I never really feel the need to rush into a trade, but sometimes we'll start a session and the trade will be there and I'll hop in right away. Other times we'll start a session and we won't see any setups. Sometimes it'll take a little while to find that setup. At least the setups that I like to take. Yeah, that's why I'm kind of caught in between right now. We're just bouncing from support and resistance, right? Bullish order block, bearish for value gap on the 15. Bullish order block, bearish for value gap on the 5-minute, and so forth. All right, we have VWAP right here. Yeah, we are going into silver bullet hour. I'm hoping that we will find some direction. I am hoping that we'll find some direction and go target some liquidity. Just got to figure out what liquidity price is trying to target right now. So we got about 1 minute and 20 seconds until this hourly closes. Looks like we're not going to see any displacement on the hourly time frame. So not seeing that displacement would tell me long, okay, but after creating these equal lows, it looks like kind of a strong liquidity level down there. Yeah, the 15 candle does look very bullish. I do want to see how much we're going to push into this imbalance. All right, around VWAP, this will be the test. This will be the test here at VWAP. Because even though we're moving up, this is a pretty weak move up so far. This is a pretty weak move. We haven't really moved up with any strength, any momentum. It's just been kind of slowly moving up. Let's look at that 4 hour. We haven't even touched into that imbalance down here on the 4 hour. We're about to close here. 4 hour closed almost pretty dead even there. Yeah, I mean, right now I'm really just trying to figure out what direction this market wants to go here. It's hard after we've taken all-time highs. It's hard after we've taken all-time highs. I'll admit. We did get that nice bounce off of VWAP. We're bouncing off that 15-minute bearish for value gap off this 5-minute bearish for value gap, but we did get displacement of these highs here on the 5. So, I mean, yeah. Unless I have like a lot of conviction in a trade, you're not going to see me really take it. We still have SMT up here. ES hasn't broken this high yet. Hasn't touched up into the 5-minute or the 15-minute. See how these 5 and 15-minute candles are forming here. Left behind a 5-minute bullish for value gap. Yeah, I mean, this is just one of those times in the market where we're bouncing from both our bullish and bearish levels. And to me, I don't see very clear direction right now on either side. To be honest with you, I don't see very clear direction just yet. We are in silver bullet, so I do want to see us go target some liquidity. And like I said, when we make these equal lows, that's kind of that target I want to see us go get. Right, but we still are bullish on the day. But after taking out all-time highs, we see that rejection we got. We've obviously reversed the market. Just waiting for something clear. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's the truth here. Still getting that SMT on ES. Maybe let's see if ES can break through these highs. There's a pretty strong bounce off that 5-minute bullish for value gap down here. But still no crazy move yet. We're still not seeing a lot of volume in this market. It's pretty slow. It's pretty slow right now. I just want to see the longs or the shorts start to take over. And that's when I'll start looking for a setup. Alright, it's good to be honest with ourselves sometimes. There's going to be times in this market where sometimes I'm really caught in between the longs and the shorts. And what I do instead of just guessing is I just wait. I just wait. If I'm not 100% clear on what the market wants to do, you're not going to see me take a trade. Right? That just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I used to do that. I used to do that all the time. I'd be like, oh, I don't know where it's going to go, so I'm just going to go 50-50 here. Right? And that's just a terrible way to look at the market. So now when I'm caught in between, when I'm waiting for market to pick a direction, you're just going to see me sit here and tape read. Right? And just wait for that to happen. Instead of trying to guess one way or the other, or force a position, force risk into the market, when I don't see a high probability setup, I'm just not going to do that. Not going to do that. So we're moving so slow right now. I want to see the market pick up a little bit. I mean, let's say this is a power of 3 here. We'd go from this high to this low, and we would wait for price to retrace back to that 0.62, 0.79 area to go long, right, if we were going to go long. Finding a fair value gap or order block to long off of. Right, because we did see us come down, manipulate, grab liquidity, and then pump past the highs, displace the highs, but still not enough conviction for me right now. Let's see how that 5-minute did close below that fair value gap. It does look like we want to come back down and target these lows. I mean, it's a pretty strong bearish candle on our 5 and 15-minute time frame. After creating those equal lows, I would want to see price go target them, but we're not really seeing any real move just yet. Right, start looking at these little 1 minute order blocks, 1 minute fair value gaps as resistance levels. Okay, starting to get some movement down. We're starting to get some movement back down. It's looking like we're trying to go target those lows now. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we want to go target those lows. So now I'm looking for looking for an entry in the shorts. This is when I'm going to start looking for an entry in the shorts. All right, if it runs away from me, it runs away from me. I'm not going to chase. All right, if it runs away, oh well, I missed out on the opportunity. That's okay. It's running away from me right now. So nice bounce off that 15-minute. We're back in that 15-minute bullish order block. All right, so we'll see if we can really push through here. And then also we're going to see if we do grab that liquidity, is it a true liquidity sweep where we can take the longs back up? Or are we going to get displacement where the shorts are going to continue and we can still catch the shorts even down here? All right, so now I would be looking at this order block here. All right, less reward from there, but still could keep like a 30, 35 tick stop and still have over a 2-to-1 risk to reward down to these lows. 92 ticks from up here. So just kind of waiting to see if that sets up or not. You can also look at this fair value gap here for an entry. All right, but the lower it is, the harder, the less reward we're going to be able to catch on this trade. Doesn't mean you still can't take that entry from that fair value gap. I mean, I'd still think about taking that entry if we do get a strong bounce off the fair value gap right here. So let's see what happens. Touching into that gap now. Touching into that gap now. If we start to see a reaction, I might still think about just scalping this trade. But I would need to see a nice bounce here. Need to see a nice bounce. If you have a lot of conviction and you want to get a better entry, you could take that short already. Oh, okay, it just filled me. I just got in a short, but it filled me very low. Filled me very low. I might get out and wait for a re-entry here. I'm going to get out of that. I don't know why it filled me so bad. So I'm going to wait for a re-entry now. See if I can get a better entry. All right, I'm back in. I'm back in the shorts. I'm going to go full lot here. I'm going to go full lot. I want to see us come down and take out these lows. I want to see us push through this level, go take out these lows. I'll keep a pretty tight risk here. I'll keep a pretty tight risk. Like 30 ticks. Oh wait, what's my exact entry? Oh, I still got filled pretty low. I'm not getting the best fills right now. Wow, it filled me all the way down at 85. That's not good. 85.75. Wow, that was a very low fill there. So I'll keep a 40 tick stop up here, 18.69575. And I'm looking at, this is obviously not very good risk to reward here, guys. I'm going to keep my stop a little bit lower. This is pretty bad risk to reward. I got filled way lower than I wanted to. So I'm going to keep a 35 tick stop. Move it down to 18.69450. Yeah, not the best trade here, guys. Not the best entry, not the best risk to reward. Just going to let you guys know. I was wanting to get filled up here more. Got filled down here, so we'll see what happens. Still trying to catch it down to these lows. First TP, 57 ticks here. We're almost down there. We're still seeing that resistance off this bullish order block. Yeah, this obviously, guys, obviously if you don't want to be in this trade, you could just sell for profit here, move your stop to break even, because that risk to reward is not very good. Yeah, I wanted to see it be much better than that. So, yeah, I'll admit, I'll be the first one to admit, not the best entry for me. Not one of my better trades, right? And that's just something I'll keep in mind and I'll journal. But I'm still going to give it a chance because I still do think that it still looks like we're trying to go target those lows. Still looks like we're trying to target the lows. We'll see what happens here. We got to push through this support level right now, through this order block. All right, we got another nice bounce off that order block there. So this honestly might be just a quick scalp. You know, I might even just sell my full profit once we hit this low and just scalp it like real quick. Because this could be a true liquidity sweep where we just come down, grab that, and then pump back up. So right now I'm planning on selling, you know, some of my position. But I'll let you know if I do end up getting fully out. Still sitting in this one. Still have 35 ticks of risk. I'll move my stop down a little bit, make it a 30 tick stop. 18,693.25, just de-risking a little bit. See if we can go grab those equal lows. We're still struggling. So risking 30 ticks at this point for about 57 ticks of profit. So it's just below a 2-to-1. I wanted a little bit more than that, but that's okay. We'll see. We're just kind of chilling. We're just chilling. We're really struggling to push through this support level. Yeah, this 15-minute is about to close, so this is going to be very telling. If this 15-minute comes down and breaks through and displaces these lows, I think we'll see a continuation of the downside. If we come down and grab those lows and then pump right back up and the 15-minute closes above, then I think we'll come back up. Just waiting to see what this 15-minute does. We're getting pretty close now. We still can't break through though. We still can't seem to break through. See if we can still pull this one out. See if we can still pull this one out. A win is a win. There we go. Alright, so I just took TP, moved my stop to break even. I want to wait and see how this 15-minute closes, because if this 15-minute does close below, we could keep running like that. So 86 ticks has hit so far. So I just have a few runners left. Just a few runners left. Look how that 15-minute closed though. 15-minute close with strong displacement. I'm going to let this one keep running. Now I got to find some levels down here that we might be trying to target. Obviously, we're now stepping into an hourly imbalance, so we could still see price bounce. So if you want to sell your full position, just get out. You could do that. We do have this hourly imbalance down here. Right, it is that higher time frame liquidity. So that's up to you. That's up to you. A win is a win, though. We still got another win. I'll take it. Although the risk to reward wasn't great. Risk to reward wasn't great. We still got another win. So let's see if we can keep pushing. 94 ticks have been hit. If you want to sell everything, you know, if we start to stall a lot, I will sell everything. But seeing that 15-minute displacement makes me want to keep this position in for a little bit. All right, another 1-minute order block. So here I'll sell a few more runners. I'm going to move my stop into profit at this point. Going to move my stop into profit. I'm going to move it up down to 18.68125. So yeah, if you guys want to sell everything, sell everything. We did take that liquidity. Again, this is it's one of those areas we could see a bounce from. But after seeing that 15-minute displacement, I wanted to give it a chance to keep running, to maybe come down and fill more of that hourly imbalance. But we'll see what happens. We just formed a 1-minute fair value gap above. Either way, another winning trade here for us. Let's see. We got to get a bounce off this 1 minute here. Looks like we might try to push right back up. We might try to push right back up here. That's why I said if you want to grab that liquidity, if you want to grab that, sell your full TP, you could. We'll see. We could still get a bounce from here, but we're in that hourly bullish imbalance, so we'll find out here what we do. Again, my stop is now, let me put it on the screen for you, it's 18.68125. Just in profit right here. Let's see if this will keep running or not. I personally wouldn't re-enter right here just because of this higher time frame bullish imbalance. I'm not, I'm not going to add into my position here. That's up to you. Like, if you really do have conviction, you think these shorts are going to continue, this would be the re-entry point off that 1 minute fair value gap. I personally won't re-enter. I won't add anything into my position here. So let's see. We're just kind of chilling in this 1 minute fair value gap. All right, but there's still potential we could try to fill some more of that hourly, but it's not looking like it so far. So I'm still holding my stop at that level. We're getting pretty close to it. Either way, another win on the books. Another win in the books for us. We keep this momentum going, taking good trades. Obviously, that wasn't the best. That was not my favorite trade I've taken in a while, but it still worked out for us. We still had our conviction. If I could do it over, I would have taken a different, probably taken a different entry. But still got involved and still caught the win. And a win is a win to me. A win is a win at the end of the day. Okay, looks like we're going to stop me out here. Oh, or not. Or not. We got pretty close there to stop me out. A few ticks away. We're still sitting in that 1 minute fair value gap. See how that 5 minute closed. 5 minute close with this fair value gap above order block here, so we could still see a possible move back down. But we might stop me out before that happens. Getting pretty close here. That one was within the tick. Yeah, that was the nice thing about that trade. Although we didn't have, it wasn't a crazy reward, we still kept our risk very tight on that one. So the reward still made sense. I can't believe I haven't gotten stopped out yet. Got you guys. Got you. All right. Now I'm out. Now I'm out. So not any crazy profit on that one for me. Not any crazy profit, but a win is a win in my books. Win is a win for me. Now let's see what happens. That's a nice bounce off that level. Let's see. We might go target some buy-side liquidity at this point. Just that 15-minute displacement that's kind of keeping me from wanting to long this just yet. But seeing that hourly time frame, that looks like a real liquidity grab, like we're going to try to go target some buy side. I mean, yeah, this could be the true power of 3, but we did already come up and grab buy side liquidity first. I'm willing to take another trade. I'm still gonna look. I'm still gonna look. Still gonna keep my eye out here. Yeah, so if I'm looking at a 15 to 5 minute time frame, I would expect us to continue down. But again, looking at that hourly higher time frame, this looks like a liquidity grab, like we want to head back up and target that buy side, right? It's like that. It's that silver bullet idea: grabbing liquidity on one side, targeting opposing liquidity. So we'll see here. I'll start thinking about the longs here pretty soon, catching them up to the highs. All right, after seeing this move. All right, displacement of this 1 minute order block. See if we get a bounce from this 1 minute. Touching to that 5 minute bearish fair value gap here, we need to see a strong push through that level. We would need to see a very strong push through that level. But again, these longs are starting to look kind of good here. Just gonna wait and see what happens because we do have some resistance levels to still push through. If we would have came up and not displaced on the 15 and 5 minute, you probably would have seen me already in the longs, and I would have sold my full position down here. But since we did get that displacement on the 5 and the 15, I'm waiting a little bit just in case because that's strong displacement. We have a 15-minute bearish order block. See what we do on this 1 minute fair value gap right here. We're bouncing from that 1 minute. All right, if I was going to take longs, I'd be looking to catch them all the way back up to VWAP, up to those highs. But still too much resistance just yet. I would need to see some confirmation. Need to see a strong bounce from this fair value gap on the 1 minute. Just going to be patient again here. I don't feel the need to get back into another trade, but if it's there, I'll take it. All right, we're seeing that reaction here off that 5 minute imbalance. off that 15-minute order block. Right, I mean, there's still a possibility that we could keep heading down, but it's just like I said, the hourly time frame that's been keeping me from wanting to continue to short this. We'll see here. See here what happens. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty strong bounce from that 15-minute order block there. All right, so if these shorts are going to continue, if I was going to short this, I would wait for this 5-minute to come down and displace these lows, and then trade back up into that 5-minute order block, and then I would catch the shorts and try to catch them down, you know, to the bottom of that 1 hour. Looks like that's starting to happen right now. Just going to continue with this patience, guys. Continue with this patience. 5-minute closes in about a minute and a half. We'll see. If we keep ranging, I'll just stop trading. I'll be done for the day. Yeah, we're not coming down displacing on the 5-minute. That 1-minute inverse here we just bounced off of. All right, so I'm waiting. Let's see if this trend wants to continue down or if we want to get a reversal back up. See how that 15-minute closed. Still closed with displacement. Now, we didn't close below this low, but that was a strong bounce off that 15-minute bearish order block here. 30-minute failed to displace as well. I've looked into footprint before. I've never done a ton of research into it. I haven't implemented it into my strategy, but I know a lot of people use it and it helps out a lot of people. Back to that slow movement here. Yeah, I mean we got displacement on ES as well, 5 and 15-minute time frame. No displacement on the 30. Yeah, I agree. That's why I keep my strategy pretty simple. For the most part, I keep my strategy pretty simple. Oh, we're just kind of chilling here, not doing anything again. At the 4 hour and the 1 hour look like we want to head back up. They look like we want to head back up. Let's see if this 1 minute wants to displace the high here. No displacement yet. We're just ranging up and down, just waiting for like a nice displacement. We're back in that 5 minute bearish fair value gap here. Right, 5 minute displacement of this level here would show some strength to the upside. We're not really getting that just yet. Yeah, right now there's not really anything I want to take. Not anything I really want to take. We're just sitting in this range here. You can see on the 5 minute we're ranging up and down. Yeah, I'm not really liking this price action right now, guys. I'm not really liking it. I'll give it a little bit more time. See if we get something good. If we continue with this type of price action, I'll probably just call it a day. Just low volume, ranging price action is not the type of price action I prefer to trade. All right, we've caught our win already. We've already caught our win. We don't, I don't need to keep trading. See, we just keep bouncing from this, getting rejection off this 15-minute bearish order block. Bouncing from this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. Chopping, chopping, chopping. Can the market do something, or is it just gonna continue like this? Hopefully it does something. All right, but if we have learned anything from our past few weeks, is that we always trade better when we wait for real movement in the market. All right. The only times we've really taken, had losing days is when our price action is just choppy sideways. All right, that's pretty much it. Precaution is better than the cure. I mean, we always expect some kind of breakout after we accumulate like this, but we need to see a breakout of the range. Then, yeah, it's just too slow. We've got about 21 minutes until power hour. All right, right back into that 5-minute. Coming right back down. If this hourly closes above these highs, I would expect longs to step back in. I don't know how much more expansion we'll get in the market today. After taking all-time highs, I don't know if we're going to expand too much more today. Yeah, so I'll give it a few more minutes, guys, and if we don't see anything, then I'll call it a day. I'll call it a day in the green. Just a few more minutes. I'll give it till 11:45 Pacific. Nothing happens the next 5 minutes. I don't want to keep sitting here in front of the screen. I'd rather just end the day and walk away with my profits. That's just how I feel. All right, gets pretty boring. Gets pretty boring when we move like this. Start to feel like I have ADHD and really just lose focus. Not lose focus, but lose interest when we just chop. Okay, now we're starting to maybe see a little bit of movement and maybe see a little bit of expansion. We're still in these bearish levels. We're grabbing some relative to equal highs. Okay, there's that push. There's that push I've been looking for here. That's a pretty strong displacement candle there on the 1 minute. Pretty strong displacement candle there. That Bob Marley push, exactly. All right, 1 hour is starting to look even more bullish here. 15-minute candle is looking pretty bullish. 5-minute candle is looking like it's trying to displace this imbalance. So now I'm just waiting for an entry opportunity, right? I'd be looking for the longs here. You know, maybe off that fair value gap. But we're just kind of running away right now. Alright, so this is an entry I would look for. I would obviously be more conservative to wait for the 5-minute to close. That's a pretty strong 1-minute displacement there. Fair value gap left behind. We barely just touched into it just now. Didn't get an entry though. Have not gotten an entry, guys. Want to see a reaction off this 1 minute first. If we start to pump from here, that's when I'll start looking. I'll look to get an entry in the longs. Yeah, I'm looking. Okay, I just got an entry in half a lot there in the longs. Entry in half a lot. 18,696.50. Remember, it's a little bit more of a risky trade here, not waiting for that 5-minute to close. But I'm liking that bounce we're getting off that 1 minute. Now we just got to see follow through. I'll keep my stop down here about 40 ticks, half a lot, 18,650. I'll let you know if I do add into a full. Let's see how this 5-minute candle closes. This 5-minute candle closes above. We barely closed above. I like that. If we start to pump, I'll add into a full here. Just waiting for that pump. Waiting for that pump. Catch us back up to those highs. Let's see if we can get it. Let's see, we're just stalling. 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 Come on. Let's do something here. Yeah, too much stalling right now. No follow through. No follow through just yet. Come on now. I'm thinking about adding to a full if this candle can pump, but not until that happens. I'm not going to add into a losing position. I'll never do that. Right now, we're coming down too hard. Coming down a little too hard right now. Filled some more of that 1 minute fair value gap there. All right, we barely displaced this 5-minute. Just barely. Yeah, we're coming down kind of hard though. Close to stopping me out. Close to stopping me out here. Want to see ES head up for these highs up here. It's a nice bounce. Nice bounce on that 1 minute. I like that 1 minute candle. We just got to see some follow through. Let's see some follow through here. I like how that 1 minute closed. Still respecting this 1 minute bullish fair value gap. We just got to see an expansion move soon. If we don't see that expansion move soon, in the next minute or two, you know, we might see us come back down. There we go. Keep pumping here. Keep pumping. Keep pumping. Let me add into a full. I haven't added into a full. I'm thinking about it. If we do start pumping here, I'll add into a full. Just got to see that confirmation. All right, I just added into a full there, guys. I just added into a full, so my entry moved up a little bit. 18,697.25. I do like that. That candle is pretty nice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my stop now to that low, about 39 ticks at 18,687.50. And now we'll see if we can get that follow through. See if we can come up to these highs. Try to take out these highs here. Our structure looks good. You know, looking at that 1 hour candle, we're looking pretty bullish. Just got to see that expansion start to happen. 5 minute looks great. It was starting to look great. And now we're heading right back down. We're just still kind of chopping. Like I said, I wanted that expansion to happen in the next few minutes. So 39 ticks of risk here for me. Looking for about 66 ticks for a first TP. And then just trying to hold it up. But we're seeing it struggle a lot here. A lot of struggle at this level. We got within the tick of stopping me out down here. 1 tick away from stopping me. And that was a nice bounce. We're still respecting this 1 minute bullish fair value gap. I want to see us, right, like this turns into a 5 minute order block. I want to see us push through, displace that order block. Use that order block as support for that move back up. Right, that's a nice 5 minute candle. To me, the structure still looks bullish. Still looks like we're trying to head back up. But we're just not seeing any of that follow through. None of that follow through right now. That doesn't look too good here. That doesn't look too hot. Alright, we might get stopped out. Alright, I just got stopped out. Yeah, just not the best price action, guys. I really thought this candle here was going to really expand us to the upside. Really thought that candle would expand us to the upside. We're just seeing a struggle here. We still might see that bounce. I'm still going to look for another entry here. I might look for one more entry after grabbing that sell side. Bouncing from a 5 minute order block down here. But I don't know. I'm going to wait. But if we start to see that pump one more time, I'll still will look for a long entry one more time. Especially after we grab that sell side down here, we instantly come back up. But yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know if I'll take an entry. I don't know if I'll take an entry. We're not looking too hot. So, I mean, again, I'm right around break even on the day, taking that full lot loss. Because our full reward on this trade wasn't very much. I mean, I'm break even on this session. Break even on this session. I'm right around it. Which I'm fine with ending the session around break even. Doesn't really bother me. I wanted to give those longs a chance. But we're just seeing terrible price action, a lot of chop. A lot of chop heading into our power hour. So, yeah, I don't know if I'll take another trade here, guys. I don't know. I'm not really loving it. I'm not really loving it here. Too much ranging for me. Right, looks like every time we want to come up and grab some buy side liquidity, we try to make that attempt and then we come right back down. So I think I'm going to call it here, guys. I don't know if I want to take another trade, and if those longs do end up hitting, no FOMO, it's okay. I'd rather call it here with this bad price action. I don't want to keep trying to trade this. So I'd rather end the day at break even than keep trying to trade bad price action. That's how I feel right now. But yeah, I mean, overall, still a great day today. We're able to, call out about 250 ticks this morning. Obviously, prop from session, not so much. Break even for me so far. I still do think these longs are trying to step in. But I just don't like this chop. I don't like this ranging. It's not my favorite stuff. All right, if you are going to hold them, remember I was looking for that first TP up here at these highs. And then possibly holding it back up to that 1 minute bearish breaker up here. But again, yeah, I'm going to call it here, guys. I mean, I appreciate you guys for being here, for sticking it out. It's been a great day overall. I don't want to ruin a great day by trading bad price action. Right? I'm not going to ruin a great day by trading bad price action. So I'm just going to call it. And if I do miss out on the longs, I miss out. Oh well. That's okay with me. All right, but I appreciate you guys so much. God bless all of you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your Thursday. Take care of yourselves. And tomorrow will be our last trading day of the week, ending week 4 of our Discord. And remember, tomorrow just one trading session in the morning, and then we'll call it a day. All right? All right, guys. God bless. I will talk to you soon. Peace. Yo.
Couple things first.